Hello everyone, David here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of Rate My Studio. Without further ado, let's get to it. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixPlus TV. Hope you guys are having a great day. Before we start, check the info box down below for free plugin special discounts and offers, and visit mixplustv.com for all the mix and mastering courses. We have a brand new one, producing and mixing vocals. Everything you need to get professional sounding vocals. In there, you can also book mix and mastering with me and all the other services. And if you want to access the exclusive videos here on YouTube, click the join button, become a MixPlus TV member, get all the perks. If you haven't already, check out Bella Kelly's new single, Felony. 2 videos are here on YouTube, the original one and the alternate universe version featuring Ryan Shuck. Finally, if the videos are helping you, you want to support the channel, please consider using the super thanks or grab some merch. Let's get to the video. Chris R Studio. Let's see what we have. We have a bunch of synth heads. I love this. Cool synths, cool controllers. We have monitors against the window. That we don't like. More synths, 303, monologue. Yeah, that's not really ideal. All right, we have, I guess probably that's like, hey, this is what I can do, so shut up. I'm not a big fan of reflecting surfaces like a window, bare window like that. And you have one corner and no corner. Not a fan is not ideal. Will give you like a unbalance when you listen to things. Not a fan of this screen here. Will give you like a lot of reflections. And like I said earlier, I'm not a fan of big screens in between monitors, especially when they are on the same line, right? Yeah, this is probably producer setup with a bunch of like 808 and other synths. Love the analog synths, so kudos for that. We don't have the wall on this side. It's a little unbalanced. I would rather, for you to distantiate a little bit from the wall, or maybe actually be on the other side of the wall, which will probably make it easier to balance left and right. So kind of like I said for the previous studio. We have Claudio Ottaviano Studio. All right, here we have something really odd, like looks like a stereo amplifier, like a hi-fi stereo amplifier and a bass head. That's the first picture with the distortion pedal. Can't go wrong with that. And very simple setup. We have like an SSL interface with a laptop, and I don't see speakers, so I guess you work exclusively on headphones, I suppose, which, hey, if it works, it works. You have a pair of Sennheiser, just like mine, and they are amazing headphones, and that's pretty much it. We have DAL Studio. We have, again, another home simple setup, which I'm not a fan of, because you put your especially, you don't have the corner at all on the left, but on the right, you have a corner, and you put panels before and after the corner when you should put it in the corner. And it should be filled up. If you don't have a way to have a wall on this side, there's nothing we can do about it, but I will probably buy a portable gobo and just make it so you can have, it's really weird when you don't have one side reflect. I don't know what this is. Wellspring, is this probably, it looks like either, I'm probably gonna sound stupid, it's either some kind of amplifier or a spring reverb. Big 6 and SSL Fusion. So, see, that's kind of weird, because you spend a lot of money on the SSL stuff, but this monitoring situation is kind of horrible, because you're very, very close to the wall. You're very close to the monitors themselves, and it's this kind of bad. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are like, hey, this is what I can do. And just give advice. If you can, move a little bit farther back. You put some distance between you and the monitors, take care of the corners, and take care of, like, these panels here, they don't do nothing. Tiles don't do anything, and why did you leave the center bare? That's like not good. Next one is Dan Mudzinski. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name probably. All right, we have another kind of cool setup. We have desk with racks, so let's take a look. Okay, so see, this is good. This is how it's done. The traps go behind the monitors in the corner. Now, these look a little thin. I don't know if maybe the bottom is filled, but these look a little thin. So if they are thin, let's put something, maybe thicker, maybe do super chunks. But hey, it's better than most, because some people just leave the corners bare. I like the panels in the front. I think they're gig acoustics. Looks like it's well contained and well taken care on the side, so it's probably like a dead-ish room, which is how I like it. Monitors, I'm not a fan of Adams. And again, I see the same kind of problems, so the monitors are very close to you. Oh, actually, these are round traps. Okay, so the picture is deceiving. I think you have the distance correctly. Yeah, the picture it looked like the monitors were on top of the desk, but this way, this is actually very good, because these traps also work as a isolation and decoupling for the monitors. I'm not a fan of the monitors themselves that you're using, and also the problem is that you have them really high, so I would definitely tilt them so that at least the tweeter points are your ears, because Adam monitors have, that's one of the reasons because I'm not a fan of it, they have a laser beam kind of tweeter, and so you move like 1 inch is off, and having them like this high, it's probably not ideal. It doesn't help you with your mixes, I promise you that. SSL, Bus Plus, and Fusion seems like a common combination, which it's great. I don't use the SSL bus on 2-bus, I use it on drums, but nothing wrong with using it on 2-bus. RME, I'm not a fan of this. The Black Lion is cool. And yeah, it seems like a cool setup. I'm not recognizing it's probably a recorder at the bottom. But yeah, it looks like a cool setup. It probably sounds good. I would definitely consider upgrading the monitors because yes. And I love the SSL setup. What I don't like is the big screen again, but that's just me. I don't think it will give you that much problems because you have like the monitor spaced out correctly, but still. Dave Norris is the next one. Oh, we have a nice place here. Very cool. Obviously, this is professionally built and done. Love the space. Amphion speakers, which I personally find them a little too hi-fi and pretty, but a lot of people love them. So whatever works. And S10, they definitely complement the somewhat too nice Amphion. We have the DV Fern, the tube equalizer. This is like a pretty pricey piece. To me, I like that. I like it. It's a little too clean and not enough mojo for me, but that's also why people like it. CL1B Classic and a couple of preamps, which I think are Cappy, or no, they're not. I don't recognize those, but yeah, Apollo. And okay, I was about to say maybe I would upgrade the conversion of the interface, but you have a Lynx, which it looks like an N, so that's amazing. Nice controller, nice Moog, and really nice spot. I think this is the front empty, and this is the back with some diffusion. That's really cool. That's probably when the studio was being built. That's a really cool space. Dave Witte, I hope I am pronouncing the name correctly. All right, here we have a couple of Titans. That's nice. I love Dave Hill stuff. And a drummer, old school, 1960. That's a nice rack. And what I think is the Portico Universal Audio, which is, this one is the preamp with the double preamp, I think. Yeah, it looks like the double stereo preamp. 2610, I think. And a couple of Neve at the bottom. And let's keep going. Links Avid, and we have a Grace, so monitoring controller is top notch, so are the converter. Couple of Recorder digital recorder, old school Lexicon effects. We have more gear with the TK Dynamites. That's a nice touch. I too use a couple of same original ones at Ikari Studio, one of my favorites. And we have another old school drummer and a couple of effects, couple of distressors, Madeline Slam. That's a really nice gear, and what I think it's AMEC, but I want to see your mixing position. Oh, that doesn't look good. Please give that Mally a rack. It's not good to see it being thrown out on the desk like that. It's probably good because you have it in front of you, and that's how I want my main EQ. Like I do the same with the SPLs in the center bay, but give it a freaking rack, like a nice rack, so it looks nice. And we have like Oraton type of speakers. Okay, this is the whole studio. Okay, looks like a producer station, obviously, because we have a lot of synths, a lot of modular stuff, a lot of analog stuff, and I'm not a fan of the monitoring situation because it looks like bare walls. That's it. I mean, this is awful for the monitoring purposes because you don't seem to have anything on this side, which is gonna probably give you a lot of, you know, feedback, slapback, delays of all sort. I would definitely take care of this wall at least, even if you don't have this wall here, which is gonna be a problem. You have some mixing equipment, so I can't imagine this is just, you know, for production. It's kind of a shame to see the bare wall. That's it. And I would definitely just take care. Like, obviously you have the budget. I feel bad because I would definitely invest in a little more monitoring. Although these GNOZZI'S are amazing. I think they are the same that I have, the 1031, the 1032 even. I use them as mid monitors, but still they're awesome. But the bare wall, it's gotta go. You have too much cool stuff to be put in a room that is bare like that. We have a couple of Avalons, yeah. The pre-900, we have a lot of foam and kind of a cool setup where it looks like a really short ceiling, which is not ideal. And this foam, it's pretty horrible. I won't lie. It won't do anything. And you kind of need some paneling there. These look like handmade bass traps, but there's a lot of bare wall surface still. This monitoring position, like left and right here on the side, maybe is the picture is deceiving, but I see the same problem with that I see in a lot of pictures. You're too close to the monitors. There's not enough space between you and the monitors. They are kind of weirdly positioned, like so tilted. You see monitor tilted like that when they are mains and they are far away, like mine, for example. Not a fan of the foam. Dyer Studio, we have another home setup. You have a lot of cool pieces: Fusion, Mali, Massive Passive, the Shelford, and what it seems like a piece of Dangerous that I don't recognize, but all this nice gear, and then you put it in a bare wall like this, and the monitoring are cheap monitors. Not a fan. This is not smart. I understand the lust for gear. I understand, believe me. But between the desk that you can barely even see it and the bad monitoring situation, I mean, you have the corner here that should be taken care of. If there's another corner here, same thing. The bass traps should be behind the monitors. These monitors don't make sense on the same line like this. They should be spaced apart like this, front to back. Yeah, I mean, it's cool gear, but it's kind of putting, I don't know, like a Ferrari engine in a Toyota. You ain't gonna go fast anyway. Arion. So, oh, this is a nice place. We have a big control room. Love the style, by the way. This is obviously professionally done. We have soffit mount monitors, which I think are Asperger, for what I can tell, and Amphion, and a little pair of Oraton speakers. Like, let's see if we have more pictures. Yeah, we have a nice, really nice vocal booth. Beautiful. Love the color scheme. Love the diffusion at the top with the light. This is absolutely really cool. So we have what it looks like, the classic, you know, tracking vocal setup with CL1B 73, and I'm not sure what this is. I can't recognize it, which is weird. We have, this is probably the power supply for the nice microphone that we had over there. RME interface, and with the Amphion amplifier. Really nice. Like, this is a nice place. Love the wood on the soffit mount. Really nice. That's really well done. George Olteanu, I think. All right, we have a bunch of headphones, so he uses headphones. It's a lot of dust, I won't lie, and it's messy. But obviously a home setup with a Focusrite, small interface, and you have cool LED lights, but I can't see. Behringer, I haven't seen this in a long time, like this Behringer rotary controller here. Yamaha monitors, that's cool. I mean, at least this is obviously a home setup. At least you have the bass traps behind the monitor for what it seems, and it's cool. George Sims, let's see what we have here. Oh, we have what it looks like, either massage chairs or really fancy chairs. I love that. So the pictures open in a random order, but we have, like, obviously this looks like a professional place with a really nice diffusion and trapping on the back. I seem to recognize this gear. I have all these pieces, Fusion, Mag, and the two Dangerous, the Better Maker Master Limiter with the satellite, Dangerous compressor, and the EQ. Little Oraton and CLA 10 with a Empirical Lab channel strip, the Bluey, which is a nice compressor. Not a fan of the other two, and the drummer, really nice in the desk like this. The desk looks like one of those flat ones, which I'm not a big fan because they tend to reflect more, a little more. But yeah, we have the amps with the sub, big sub. So I'm not sure. I hope there's more pictures like from far away, box. So looks like you're tracking a lot more than probably mixing, or maybe the same. But are these on top? Okay, not a fan of this bare wall and this Joya screen. I can't lie. I would love to see that wall treated, and I would love also to see better speakers for the gear that you have. But I would really love for this trend of the giant screen to disappear, because it's really like, unless you're blind, it's just for the clients, and it's not worth it because it's a huge reflection. See, if this is bare wall, I don't like this. I don't like to see the speakers and the bare wall behind when you have like such a nice collection of gear, and then you place this in a room that is like the main wall is bare. And same for the sub against the bare wall like that. I mean, it's not a big deal usually if you measured and that's the place. But yeah, I want to see this trend go away. When like all this money in this gear and then you slap it in a bare wall like that. And I would consider upgrading the monitors as well. Hopper team 73 style, and we have a little small drum kit. Okay, so this looks like a nice home studio. Let's make the foam disappear. From the picture it's hard to tell, but if you don't have the speakers with the tweeter at the ear height, let's take care of that. Let's lower them a little bit. This is a pretty simple setup. It's just probably for tracking vocals and guitars for what I can see. These are the Focal Alpha, which I think I reviewed. And yeah, it seems also like maybe a work in progress, but yeah, let's not do the foam like this. Let's get rid of all this stuff and let's actually put, you know, some decent panels on the corners and get rid of it. I know you measured and everything. You seem like you measured and you seem like you have a good response, but really I can't imagine this sounds any good despite the measurements. Okay, so you did try to put some kind of bass trap on the corners like that. That's funny, but yeah, definitely, if you can, just, you know, better your life and put some actual traps in the corners. We have Ypsilon Music. Let's see what it is. Another home setup, nice and clean. We have what it seems corner traps. That's good job. And we have panels behind the monitors, which looks like Behringer monitors. Let's change that tomorrow. And pretty simple. It's just computer keyboard, and that's good. That's good. Nice cloud with the lights. That's a nice touch. Let's change monitors, okay? Germain from Apex. All right, so what do we have here? We have what it seems gig traps in the corner. That's good. With some more paneling in front. That's nice. See, that's what I like to see. Good paneling on the side, good spacing. Love that. Monitors, not a big fan of what I see. You should probably get somewhat a bigger speaker, although this looks, well, I wouldn't say it looks like a production station because you do have faders. I'm pretty sure. Is this foam? I hope this is not foam. Okay, hold on, these are not traps. You fooled me. So you have panels in the corner and then you have a panel in the corner like this, which is not bad. So this is what I would do. Just grab some fiberglass, rock wool is better, and fill the corner inside this trap. And just wrap it with a little thin so that it doesn't fly around, and then you put the trap on in front. Because this, unfortunately, with the empty space in the back, is gonna be a problem. This is foam. Let's not do that. It doesn't look cool, it doesn't do anything, and it's really bad. This whole wall here. You're better off putting 3 panels like you have on the sides and get rid of that foam. I don't want to see foam. It's awful. This on top here doesn't do anything. So let's just, you know, maybe make another panel on top of that. And the monitors are really not, I'm not a fan. We have an RME central station as a monitor controller. Today you can grab a drummer, you can grab another monitor controller at the same price. That works a lot better. Tegeler Cream, that's a good one. Not sure about the one below. Nice Avalon as a preamp there and DI. Yeah, so you have like, you're there. You're almost there. You're packing with like nice looking panels. They are too small, right? You can't have this much bare wall, especially in a room that is small like this. I can tell that it's small. You're gonna have like bad reflection. You need to pack it with thick panels, and try not to buy the small ones like this, because I understand like it's probably a matter of budget. You want to spread them out, but you're not doing any good, right? You want the big panels. You don't want the space in between like this and the bare wall. Nice, this is great. I have one myself, which is different colors, but these gobos and this portable booth are amazing from Geek. And see, if you have some foam here where you record vocals, I don't care, but I don't want to see it in the mixing room, right? That's fine, but it's just, it looks cheap. Let's not do that. This I don't like. I don't like the microphone that is facing the giant screen on the side. That's reflection problem 101. I know you probably want the singer, or you yourself want to see the screen. Just try to position it differently. Don't put it on the back, because it's going to reflect directly on the phone. But yeah, that's really not a good idea to have like a giant screen like this close. I understand that's probably what you have to do to see it, because you probably record yourself, but yeah. This is Gigolo Phil. Why you took the picture sideways like this? I can't see anything. All right, so we have a drummer, 1974, 6, 8, well, I don't know. A Fatso, and what it seems a Dangerous DA and Dangerous AD, so that's cool, the school chain. But yeah, that's pretty simple. I don't see big speakers, so I guess you're working with the little Oratones and 2 subs. That's weird, but hey, if it works for you, that's fine. It looks nice. It's just I can't look at this picture longer because it's making me seasick. Next one is Kenneth Dunn. All right, we have not a great choice from the get-go with the monitors that are like literally in your face, and they're pretty darn big. I think these are KRK with the big touchscreen. Not a fan because of the reflections, because of, you know, everything else, but this doesn't look good. This listening position is really bad with this, you know, pretty big monitors on top that are like in your face. That's old. DigiDesign 002, that is old as hell. But we have a nice Apogee, nice Avalon, Neumann microphone. I don't know what, TLM something, with a couple of screens. This is a home setup, obviously. But yeah, dude, you have the space. What are you doing? Take those monitors off the freaking desk, buy a pair of stands, and position them correctly. I understand you maybe not be able to treat the corners because you seem like off center for some reason, which is weird. But that's horrible to keep the monitors like that close to you and in that position on the desk. Lumix Studio, let's take a look at this one. All right, we have a EQ. Oh, okay. So that's a Clark Technique EQ. I'm not gonna say anything about it. We have some 2 Notes audio engineering. That's awesome. Solid state stuff. I see some. Why you guys take sideways pictures like this? Small head monitors with a couple of SSL modules, which is nice. It looks probably like a guitar rig, which is cool. Can't tell anything from the pictures because I can't see the listening position or nothing. Marcus Milan Alvarez. We have, let me scroll through pictures, and Austrian audio mic. That's awesome. I also see nice diffusion. I also see some foam that I don't like. All right, so this is a nice clean setup. Let's make it better. Number 1, let's move these freaking monitors from where you have them on the desk. They are pointing at your nipples. They should be pointing at your ears. So let's get a pair of stands. Let's put the monitors up, tweeter at ears high. These are thick enough traps. I would probably just go and put super chunks. But if you can't, this foam here don't do absolutely nothing. So I would just, you know, it's probably, this is actually looks like literally like a bedroom studio setup, which is fine. But Geek Acoustic have bass straps you can put in a corner that are not expensive, and it will look better, it will do much better, and let's get rid of this foam, which doesn't even match the color scheme that much. But yeah, it's a cool setup. Let's move these speakers off the table. This is from Maboy. Oh, that's nice. We got some serious setup going on here. Professionally built. Love the front wall. That's what I like. All slanted. Really nice collection of synth. I don't know how you're gonna play this one on top. Either you are 10 feet tall or you have like a ladder. But it's cool. You have this. It looks like you have like your kids drawing in the wall. That's awesome. And we have a bunch of synths. So definitely looks like a production setup. Let's see some of the gear. Not a fan of this bay here, to be completely honest. And we have like what it seems like at this point everybody has, the SSL bus and Fusion setup. We have what it looks like your 2-bus settings with the HG2 like I have. I have all of these pieces as well. They're great. The right bay, it looks like a BBE. Sonic Maximizer, which I haven't seen in a while. This looks like an SPL Mix Dream, and I have these tapes here. I didn't patch them up yet, but I do have them. I'm not a fan of this bay here on the left. Everything else looks cool. You have nice speakers. What I'm not a fan of is the big 4 screens. I know it's probably, efficient and you can spread out all your stuff and whatever. And it looks like you have the screens right behind the speakers, so it's fine. I can make up the speakers, to be honest. I know these are the Oratons and I think these are, I'm not sure. That's the first time I can make up the speakers. Big ones look like floor standing. I would probably like to see the speakers not in the same line. It's an awesome setup. Let's keep looking at other pictures. Yeah, the speaker's position, especially on this ones, it looks a little odd, but I understand you have a lot of stuff and not ideal for mixing, but it looks like you're focusing more on production and stuff. This is an awesome setup. It's really great. This side is even better. So we have diffusion on the back. Love all the slanted angles. This is obviously professionally built. Really, really love it. I would change the chairs. No, I'm kidding. It's all a matter of taste. Okay, so we have a monitor upgrade. All right, now I like it better. So see, great minds think alike. I like this. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong. This literally makes everything better with the barefoot. I myself don't click with barefoot monitoring, like a little bit for other monitoring that are a bit too pretty for me. But they are amazing monitors. A lot of big engineers use them. Yeah, I would probably reconsider this bay on the left, and then just to one piece at a time to make like everything match. But this is a great setup. All right, we have this one from Maxim Puluskov. We only have one picture, so we gotta gather all the information from this picture. All right, we have a fader port with a couple of TC electronic effects, like I have. Dione in the house. West Audio with what it seems like a Scarlett. Seems like a pretty nice, home setup. What I don't like is this freaking foam with this blanket on the back. I would rather to see a couple of panels slanted behind the monitors, and maybe you have these little tiny things that you kind of use as a growth box. But yeah, it's cool. It looks like this is some kind of bass trap where you have the monitor, which is smart. I would take care of what's behind your Eve audio, which awesome choice. Michael McCallion, I think I'm not butchering the name again. All right, we start with the gear right away. Actually, I'm not sure this is a original DBX. This is a remake, I think, a 260 stereo in this case, SSL bus, compressor, 542s, ultraviolet. So we have some cool, nice gear, and good. See. Nice. I like to see this. The big thick bass trap in the corner behind the monitors, and then nice diffusion and trapping here in the middle. So that was the bay that we saw earlier, and we have an Avalon here on the side and more gear on the side rack with a couple of distressor LA2A and a few 1176s and a bunch of Neve style preamps. That's really nice. From this picture, let's see if we have more. What I would probably start to invest a little better speakers. Let's do that, because you have like 2 near field, and especially this one, I'm not a huge fan of them. The bigger monitors are much better, but yeah, I would definitely invest in like a bigger size speaker, especially if you have all this gear. It's definitely your weak link is the monitoring at this point. You look like probably you're a guitar player or into a lot of guitars. This is a nice collection of amps. 5150, hello, and Meza, that's a killer combo. All these amps are great. So yeah, I would definitely think about upgrading monitors in your position. Haunt Brian. So we have a close-up of AEA preamps or EQs. I don't remember. Yeah, these are preamps with a little EQ. Nice. You don't see these often. And then we have Uber Met. Oh, the Quad Cortex. That's awesome. That's amazing. I was actually thinking about getting it myself. We have obviously guitar player here with my favorite head and combination with the Meza cab. That's it. That's, you know, hard to beat. Not a fan of this setup instead. So here's what I would do. You do have some stuff behind the monitors, which is nice, because at least you don't have the bare wall. But it's kind of the same thing that I've seen in other pictures here. We've seen it. It's you're too close to the monitors. The monitors are on the desk. It's not ideal. Everything is going to resonate. I would move the desk away from the monitor if you can, even if you eat up a little bit of space. Get a pair of stands and put some actual panels behind the monitor if you can. And of course, if you can, treat these corners, okay? That will make things better. Hold on. The room is small. So you might have a problem if you move, you know, well, the speakers would stay where they are. You would move the desk, and because you don't have space to do anything else. But at least you will be in a better position. Now I have to eat my words. Because here's where the problem is. In a room small like this, bass frequency are gonna hit the back wall, which seems like you have some trapping, but it's also seem very thin, so you ain't gonna do much. Bare corners, other than this, there's not gonna do anything. So you can trap him more because you're gonna eat 12, 16 inches, and then you're not gonna have space to move. The problem is that if you move your desk, you're gonna be basically in the middle of the room, and you're 100% gonna have the worst Neal of your life. So I'm pretty sure there's nothing you can do. And that's why you're set up like this. Hey, you gotta make it work with what you have. P1, that's an awesome professional studio. As we can see, I don't recognize the board. To be honest. I feel, now I'm curious. Usual combination, SSL, Fusion, and Bus is like everybody has it. It's funny because I have it too, but I don't use it on the 2-bus. Gens and NS10s. We have probably what it seems like an Atmos system as well. We have I can't make out Tech, probably tape machine, not sure. 456 tape formula, but yeah, it seems like a cool Atmos setup. I still don't recognize the board. Obviously a professionally built studio. It looks amazing, looks awesome. I can't see that much, but yeah, it's cool. Ron Stokes, let's see what pops up first. Is a stack of RME and an old Rosetta, 1973 and Fatso. These are all killer units. Love them, love the Fusion. New Mali stuff, some preamps, love the Germaniums. That's a preamp rack. We have the old VLA. Oh, you have the Nuclear Unicorn. This unit is awesome. I love it. I love the faceplate. I think it's brilliant. We have a lot of Geer slanted setup. I wish I could see the monitoring better. You have Focal Trio, which I'm not a big fan of it. And I can't make up the one on top. And then Oratones. We have some retro stuff. Tube Tech, and this is regular John, I think. The custom-made pieces, they're really nice. So yeah, there's a lot of gear. I'm not sure about the positioning and the layout of the desk, to be honest. Which will work for you, I'm sure. There's a good collection of gear, but I'm just like, the screens are super high. It would probably hurt my neck to have them that high. Possibly put one screen where these 500 series racks are and put the 500 series on the side. You obviously like to have your gear all in front of you, which I'm kind of like you, but I prefer not to have this clustered so much in front of me, and that's why the side racks, because I kind of keep the front clean. And it's important, you know, when we work on the computer so long, if you like stay all the time like that, which it from the picture it looks like it might not be like, but yeah, if the speakers are ear height, which, you know, with the you know setup you have, I'm pretty sure you did that, then the speakers are like the monitor, the screens are so high, I mean, I would hurt my neck. Sam Maurer, we have two pictures for this home setup, what it looks like, homemade traps, which, you know what? Kudos. That's what I like to see. I much rather to see homemade traps with the right material, which would be rock wool or fiberglass. Rock wool is preferred, than foam. All day, every day. You build this not to make the corners 90 degrees. That's awesome. That's cool. Clean, nice setup. It would hurt my brain to have the screen on the side and the speakers in the front. I don't know sure why you're doing that. I also worried that you were gonna have a one-sided reflection because of the screen is not in the middle. I would prefer to see in the middle, to be honest. We have what it seems like a tube deck, CL1B, SSL Fusion, and Carnaby EQ. That's a really nice, you know, collection with SSL. I would probably drop a cloud here, and I would definitely put the screen in the center. Cervellin music, we have a bunch of pictures. All right, cool to see happy people. We have a really nice place. Love the circular cloud. Do not love the foam on the walls. But love the circular cloud. Love the panels in behind the monitors, which are the new GNOZZI'S. I love them. And we got a bunch of synths. Let's keep going with a couple of clean distressors with a knee preamp and a LA610, the soft tube console one. This is the MK2. This is the previous model. Definitely upgrade to the new one, is so much worth it. And then we have what it looks like, your 2-bus chain with a Mali massive passive, Rupert Knee Portico, and the mastering limiter. That's really nice. So this is the Crane Song Interstellar and Solaris. This is a absolute killer combination for ADDA with on top the Burl, which I think you have it for color. That's a killer setup with the added SPL Gemini for MS processing with the 120 volts rail technology. This is a killer setup that I would actually consider myself. That's amazing. Some of the gear that I have here, 542s, the 2S audio, the RIA is an amazing, Apollo for probably handling the multi-channel and the synths, bunch of really cool synths. That's a really cool spot. I like it. I really like it. I would just, you know, get rid of the foam and just, you know, get some other extra panels in there from Geek. Last one, Volker shafts. This kind of is a little bit of a nightmare, okay? So foam, again, doesn't do nothing, especially 4 corners. It would do something on the bare wall on the side to like eliminate or attenuate the flutter echoes and the first reflections for high frequencies, but the foam bass straps don't do nothing. So I would definitely suggest you get some like real bass strap, or you build them yourself. You have what it seems like a symmetrical room, so there's really no reason, like with $200 you can build like super chunks. It will make a lot better. Let's put some paneling here and just cover as much bare wall as you can. If this one here on the top is foam, again, not gonna do much. Cover as much bare wall as you can because the room is small. The speakers are very close to the wall. You're gonna have an absolute hell response, especially with the windows right here in the center. But yeah, if you can, just take care at least of the wall, get rid of the foam, and yeah, that's it. And I think this is it for this first edition of Rate My Studio. I am afraid to ask you guys to send more pictures because I got hundreds of pictures in the first 2 days and I can't really handle that much. But send a picture, send links to a download to the picture. Do not send attachments because the man is going to be overflown in like 2 days. And please don't send Instagram accounts. Put the picture somewhere like WeTransfer or whatever and send the link to download. And if you guys like the series, let me know in the comments down below. And I think this is it for this video. If you liked it, let me know. Don't forget to leave a like. Go to mixbusttv.com for all the mix and mastering courses and to book mix and mastering with me and all the other services. Become a member to access the exclusive videos here on YouTube and get all the other perks. And if you want to support the channel, please consider using the super thanks or grab some merch. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe. See you next time.